Hello everyone and welcome back to Heavy Turquesa Dot. I am about to start a painting on my little sketchbook that I brought with me, the watercolor sketchbook. And this is what I'm inspired by. So I just thought I'd share it with you. I'm going to try to film it. Beatriz is going to try to hold the tablet so you can see it. But I was going through some drawers here the other day and I found these little pebble. And I don't know why, but I see it as a moon. Now, I don't have the proper glue for this here, but we are traveling back home tonight. Not tonight, I'm sorry, tomorrow night. So this is going to be my last painting here. And I thought I'd try something with my gelatos and trying to play with using this when I get home in a bigger size. But this is my inspiration, this little pebble thing that you use for the flower arrangements. So I'll leave that as inspiration up here. These are the Faber Castell gel sticks that I'm going to be using. As I've mentioned before in some of my videos, this is part of a metallic set that I bought on Amazon, and they are packaged and sold for children, sort of. So it's not the ones that you find at Joann's and the other stores. Yeah, they're just, I don't know why they're, these sets are for children. So they ended up being cheaper, and that's why I got them when I wanted to try these out. And this is from a regular basic color set. So this, I think it was 12 or 11 colors in a set, and these were all metallics. I've had them for years now, but I don't quite get to use them often, so I thought I'd try that on my little sketchbook. I've also gessoed this page because I found a bottle of gesso that I had left here last year, and I just found it like an hour ago, and I started jumping up and down. Beatriz was laughing at me, but I decided to prep my page with gesso so that the gelato will run smoother onto the page, because I'm going to be blending those colors to create a night sky. So I'll be doing a night sky at the top, and then probably some trees that I'll just make up. So it's all going to be part of my imagination, inspired by the beautiful night skies that we have here with all the beautiful stars. Because the ones I have at home are not as pretty because we have a lot of light contamination from the city. So, and Beatriz is trying to get herself ready so she can film it and you guys can see it from my perspective. But before I do that, Beatriz, if you're gonna move, cover the camera. I'm gonna move up, guys. I'm gonna pan up. I'm gonna show you, try to show you the, yeah, it's not showing. It's a beautiful sunset. It's starting to set now, and I am downstairs at the deck. And this is my surrounding from the deck. So if you hear the chimes in the background, it's the wind here. And I'm surrounded by all of this beautiful scenery around me, that beautiful tree. There's a hammock here. And we haven't been using this downstairs porch, so there's not even cushions on the chair, but I decided to sit here anyways. So I thought I'd share that with you. Hopefully you can get a little glimpse of the sunset, but as soon as I get close to where it's really setting, the sun shines through and you can't really see it. And last night it was gorgeous. It was all pinks and purples and looked like a painting. So anyways, I'm going to give this to Beatriz. I already started because we had started filming, and then Beatriz moved the camera and she wasn't quite used to doing it, so she was shaking the camera all around, so we decided to start over again. You know how that happens. So I've started with these two colors first, the two blues. And they don't have colors on them because they're the children's ones, so they don't have the colors on the little sticks. And then I'm going to be incorporating some of the purple into it too, and then blend it together, and then I'll add some gray. I'm just playing with it. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll just let it happen. And I'm trying to open it from the bottom. So we'll see how these blend. I was watching a video by Limor Weber, and she was showing an example of how they moved a lot better when you prep your surface with gesso, which usually happens with paint, but I never thought of it with gelatos. Again, I'm not used to using them too much, so just water, a brush, my gelatos on the prep gesso page, and I'm gonna start blending them together and see what we come up with. So I hope you guys like this little share. I thought, since it's my last night here and my last painting here, I wanted to be able to share with all of you. And I left my little spray bottle in the other room, so I'm just using the cup of water that I have here. And I've liked my Neo color so much that I forgot to keep using my gelatos, which was one of the things I wanted to play with here because I never do that at home. But I decided to do that tonight before I leave, so I can justify having brought them. So we'll see. So I have a little bit of wax paper that I took from the kitchen to protect my page in the background, which I haven't been doing at all on my other pages. But since this was going to be more of a wet medium and probably a lot messier, I decided to do that on this one. But this is my camera girl. So feel free to thank her for doing that, because I know it takes effort to hold that tablet so that mommy can paint. So let's get a little bit more color there. Now I want to get darker as I go down. And with this type of project, I'm going straight onto the page and not picking it from the excuse me, from the gel stick like I do when I'm painting the illustrated images, like I did with my dragonfly. I don't know if you all saw that video. So I want this to be a really dark blues and purples background, and I'll put some gray on top of that to see how that works to get it even darker, so that when I do my little dots with my Pitt pen and my Signal Uniball pen in white for my stars, they show up even more. And I'll probably have to film that other part when I get home. So you guys, this might be a two-parter, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just play with the shape that I have of the crystal here, and just add the other one when I get home. I might have to go in and get my black. And for that, I'm probably going to have to ask the little camera girl here to go, so you guys are not bored waiting. Yeah, so again, like I did in my last process video, if you guys are liking these type of shares, please remember to leave a thumbs up if you like it, so that I know that you guys would like to see more of this. I know for the past few days I've only shared my hauls because I was super excited that I was able to get to the stores. So those were my last videos, but I wanted to close this vacation video series with a painted piece, you know? So I think I'm gonna go, I don't know, because black is very tricky. You can lose the whole thing by adding black, so I don't know how much black I want to add to my painting. And I'm gonna have to wait for this to dry, so I'm gonna have to make this a two-part video. I hope you guys have the patience to come back and look at the next part, because I don't have a way of editing, and you guys would have to wait too long because it's windy and it's not gonna dry as fast as I hope, and I don't want to ruin my pen by working on top of that. I actually like it like this, but I have to get it darker. What do you think, Beatrice? Should I get black into this? Or is it too risky?
If you want it to be darker.
I know, but I'm afraid I'm going to lose my... Because I haven't worked with my gelatos enough in order to know how they're going to react. So I'm kind of afraid of
you use the black, it's gonna make it darker, right?
It's gonna make it darker, but it might lose. Since I have my gesso underneath, it's picking some of the paint up, and I might lose my colors.
Keep it like this.
You like it like that? It's kind of fun, right? It's not realistic. It's a fun way of playing with colors. We're gonna have some of the silver on that one, see? Yeah, this is fun. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. I don't know, Beatriz, do you wanna cover the camera and move them up to the side over there while I get my black? Show them a little bit more of the sunset while I come back. I'm gonna run in. Okay, so I'm back. Let's see. Let me just try it at the top here. Yeah, it gets a little, see? It gets dark, and it loses all of the purple beauty of it. You guys see that? So I think I'm gonna blend it down.
Doesn't it look bad?
Yeah, but I don't know. Not quite. I'll use it at the bottom. Because then I have to build my little tree section down here. See, the gesso makes it pick up if I play with it too much, not letting it dry. Yeah, like that it looks kind of smoky, right? Are you getting tired from holding the...
No, I'm leaning
Faber?
on the chair.
Huh?
I'm leaning on the chair.
Okay. This one's a little bit weird there. That sounded like a big butterfly, right?
I don't.
Who's there? Yeah, so maybe we're gonna have to... Okay, so that's it for that. And then let's... Wait, these are alive. And this brown is looking like a coppery color, which you guys all know I love if you've seen my videos. So that is a happy... happening. Is that looking okay? Okay, I'm going to change my brush to this one. I'm going to wet it and see how dark I can get my... I'm going to change it to this little brush here. And I don't have clean water, so... Ooh, horrible. Wait. It picks it up. And that color is looking very light because I'm not letting this dry. I'm gonna have to let this dry a little bit. I don't have my heat gun here. I have it at home, so see, when it's dry, it looks a lot darker. On the parts that it's not dry, it's looking a lot lighter because it's picking up the color because of the gesso. So I'm gonna have to let that dry a little bit, otherwise it's gonna pick it up. Yep, it's gonna pick that right up. So you guys, I am going to let that dry and come back as soon as this happens because I don't want to ruin that whole effect. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you come back for part 2 of this night scene. I'll be filling that up with the stars, and when I get home I'll be adding my big moon. Zoom out and in very slowly, Beatriz, because otherwise they get dizzy. And I hope you don't mind that we are trying this with Beatriz in the camera so that I can show you and not shake as much. Let me know how you like that. And thanks everyone. Besitos. Mwah. Take care. Gracias, Beatriz.